Hi, I'm Tom, and welcome to Cook TV. And this is
Also Tom. Right, so first off, I'm incredibly tired, so excuse me if I'm sort of not really into this very well, and I think he's tired as well.
I'm sure he'll wake up. Today we're talking about Corbyn and Cameron.
And Cameron, and just essentially everybody.
Yeah, essentially the world's going to shit.
Well,
As I said.
it's all going to pop, whether we like it or not.
Okay, so, do you want to start?
Right, so
Read the headline in a
BBC
condescending
News,
tone.
Stop the War defends Corbyn.
No, in a condescending tone. Stop the war! Defends Corbyn over fundraising dinner row.
Right. The chairman of Stop the War...
Don't read it word for word, you know what it's basically about.
Essentially, the chairman of Stop the War campaign defended Corbyn. Now, Corbyn was dressed in, as he says, looks like he was hiding. I think it was just probably cold mud.
It's also the fact that he went in through the back door.
Yeah.
My main problem with it is basically this Stop the War coalition is a pressure group all about, you've heard it,
Stopping the
war. And, you know, Corbyn used to be chairman of the group, and one of his ex-patrons was Green MP Caroline Lucas. And essentially, Stop the War has been quite bad since the Syria vote, doing things such as protesting MPs who voted for, Labour MPs who voted for the vote, and then emailing them pictures of dead babies and things like that. And, you know, at the end of the day, they're politicians and they should be allowed to do their job. But Corbyn's basically then, he's obviously was quite aligned with this group, and there was a lot of calls from his front bench to not attend the dinner. And he never said what he was or what he didn't, whether he was or whether he wasn't. And he turned it, he's wearing like a hat and like a high collar jacket, and he went in through the back door, not through the front door. And I was thinking, you know, if you're gonna go, I have no problem with him going there, but if you could go there, go in through the front door, not through the back, surrounded by people. As you can see there, he's surrounded by people. So helping the press don't notice you. Which basically massively backfired. And, you know, even his own deputy leader, Tom Watson, doesn't like this group, doesn't like Stop the War group. It was Stop the War who sort of partially called for the deselection of the six Labour MPs who voted for bombing Syria. Stop that, please. Essentially, it was basically he was going against the wishes of his party. And do you have anything else to say that? But, you know, I mean, even Caroline Lucas, who's the Green MP for Brighton Hove.
Brighton North.
No, Hove it's called.
Oh,
no, Brighton Pavilion. Sorry. Even she has left this group recently because of how bad they're getting, and she's about as far left and as
she's not she's further left than Corbyn.
What's the word? No, what's the
further left.
Peaceful. She's as far left and non-violent, pacifist as you can get. She's from the Green Party, and even she resigned because of as it says here, citing concerns about the positions it adopted. It has essentially become so bad that even Caroline Lucas, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm suddenly just after eating that one
I'll
carrot,
tell you,
I feel really sick.
I'll tell you, see if I can find the reason she cited.
Okay, we would speak, and asked if they were taking anything because she was troubled by certain statements they'd made.
Yeah. Basically, they were being dicks.
Essentially.
Moving on to our second story, to show that we're not biased. Obviously, this is about Corbyn. Corbyn basically being caught, not necessarily slipping up, but to me, it's sort of he's being more defiant against his party, which shows he's trying to be a strong leader, but also he's not unifying his party. He's really going sort of just flipping the bird almost. But anyway, moving on to our second story, which is as you know, some of you may know, Cameron's been jetting around Central Europe, I think it is, trying to get a lot of European presidents and prime ministers on board his renegotiation deals. Mainly this is, it says Cameron hopeful of deal to curb migrant benefits. He's been in Poland trying to get the Polish prime minister on board. He wants that if you come in to the country, basically you can't claim benefits for 4 years. I personally think it's a reasonable position. I don't know, what do you think about it?
Disagree.
Why? Surely,
Because whatever you put in, you should
surely,
get
yeah,
back.
surely if you move to a country, you should be able to support
I
yourself.
think if you're in 1 year, if you've been there 1 year, you should be able to do it.
I think there should definitely be some sort of limit, shouldn't there?
I think 1 year. 1 year.
Well, I think 2, at least.
I
At
think
least
1
because
year.
surely, yeah, but you might not pay enough in 1 year. Say if you go in 1 year and then lose your job and then you're on benefits next 4, you're not suddenly paying in what you pay out, is it?
No.
And without, increasing, obviously we were talking about earlier, the 50% of money going to the NHS.
I've got an idea. I have an idea for policy actually.
No, do
No.
share.
This will create jobs and find jobs at the same time. Make a government-funded job. It find jobs.
They're called job centres.
Job centres, yeah, but they properly find people jobs.
Because they do sort of.
Not properly.
Well, Paul's one did. They found them work at Royal Mail.
Was it one? Is he still in that job?
It's contract work, so it's.
Is he still in that job?
At the minute, it's temporarily work. It's temporary work.
No, but I mean permanent.
Yeah, but that's hard to find in the current job market.
Which is why.
Yeah, but that only creates certain jobs.
Yes, jobs, yes.
Yeah, it'll only create probably a couple of thousand more jobs.
Hey, so you're saying it's not worth it?
I'm saying we already have that. That was the whole point of job centres. To find people jobs, and therefore it's also boosting employment because you're employing people to find other people jobs.
Let's make more of it then.
How are you going to fund it?
Raise corporation tax by 0.5%. How about that? Will that work?
But anyway, basically,
if you raise it by 1%, you could pay off all student loans. You could literally pay everything. Students, if you raise it by 1%, they'll pay for it.
You're going off topic. Wait, we're slagging off camera in a minute.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but we're slagging off camera in a minute.
No, well, this last one.
Basically, to me,
Cameron's dick.
Cameron's fighting a bit of a losing battle here because you can't just ask for treaty change for one country and expect all the other countries to go along with it because a large amount of Polish people do come to Britain, so the Polish Prime Minister won't agree to terms that will basically screw over the Polish people. They just won't. And I was hoping. What?
Don't she?
No, I said they.
Oh, okay.
I know it's a girl. The Polish Prime Minister is a woman. But it's just he's doing all this rhetoric. I'm sure everyone else wants Britain to stay in a reformed Europe, but what if they don't want reform? And that's my whole. And the European Union. My personal view is that I would stay in a reformed Europe, but he's not going to get reform, is he? He's just not. So I'm now anti-Europe, basically. What are your thoughts on Europe, Thomas? Stop brushing your hair.
We're at an overall net benefit in terms of money and economy. We're at benefit from it. In fact, with all of the immigration it brings, we could literally build. If you moan about, okay, we don't have the healthcare, the amount of money it brings in helps that. More than covers that. More.
Yeah, but actually healthcare is going up each year.
Yeah. Housing, the money. Now this is the healthcare and housing. More than covers it.
Yeah, but surely
even with those things
with housing, you need to house British citizens before you house anyone else's citizens. Unless the refugees.
Yeah, well,
and even then, you should
house those by their need. I think.
Well, no, I think that if you've been living here your entire life, you said paying taxes your entire life, the government should be helping you first.
House those who are in the greatest need.
There are 10,000 ex-British servicemen, just one example, who are on the streets. And these people have served their country, and they're currently living on the street. Surely that should be a top priority of the government, which is why I've said this. Yeah, but if you let me finish, this is why I've said countless times that no one in the media ever covered it. UKIP had the policy of creating a veterans department for that express purpose. And I'll expand on that, not just create a veterans department of the armed forces, the police, the fire service, the ambulance, and the lower level like nurses and the NHS, the doctors, with all due respect to my doctors, they get, I know it's not necessarily junior doctors, but like senior doctors, they get quite a lot of money. Same with the army, if you're a major in the army or a general in the army, when you come out you're not going to be homeless, whereas if you were probably a sergeant, a corporal, or a lieutenant, if the situation was, you might end up homeless. So that in my sort of veterans department, that's what I would do, and I would put a substantial amount of money into that, because at the end of the day, if you served your country in that way, can you stop doing your hair while I'm filming?
Yeah.
If you've served your country in that way, I'll take the fucking cone off you.
I have many other cones.
If you served your country in that particular way, you're fighting for the interests abroad. Whether you're fighting for your interests abroad, or healing its people, or fighting crime, you deserve to be looked after by that state. I'm sure that's a given. I think any normal person would agree with that. And to your point of help those in greatest need, surely that's why I said, apart from refugees, you need to grant them sort of houses, but then you just do it in a case by case basis. That's why I do believe in a limit on.
I like that even with all of the stuff happening, you still kept
going. Although I do believe, obviously you need to take in refugees. Not sure how much I would take in as if I was running the government at this current refugee crisis. That's sort of, it's just me. Or has the media sort of moved on from the refugee crisis?
Yeah, I mean, it's still going on.
Is no one sort of talking about it anymore? I don't know why. I think it's because of Trump. I blame Trump. It's blame Trump.
I was
determined not to mention Trump today.
I wanted to do a Trump video.
If you stop filming, I'll let you do a Trump video.
What?
If you stop playing with your hair, I'll let you do a Trump video.
No.
No, I'm not doing a Trump video.
Well,
but
basically,
we're moving on from Trump. Basically,
he doesn't want to talk about Trump for whatever reason.
To round off, yes, the point about your help those greatest needs, but also British citizens at the end of the day, they were born in this country, they live in the country entire life, they probably been paying tax in this country. Surely they should be entitled to the housing and benefits of this country before others.
No. I still think.
Yeah, but you also don't believe in any border whatsoever.
Yeah, but that's not good. You don't think that the NHS is completely sustainable, and we should go into half and half privatisation.
Well, no, I said that's one idea. I didn't say, oh, that's what I would do. I said that, in Wales, for example, almost half of the nation's budget.
Would you do it?
I don't. I haven't examined it further enough yet, but it's working fine in Canada. And I didn't say it was half population, half nationalisation. What it is the government basically give Canadian people a basic healthcare cover, and then if they wish, they can purchase slightly better cover, which is essentially what we do anyway.
Not particularly.
Well, everyone has basic. Well, no, as a blanket, everyone has basic healthcare, and it's our choice. Can you stop doing fucking hair? It's really annoying, and it's up to you whether rich people can still. Like my granddad, when he had his hip replacement, he went for Bupa because the NHS was too crap for him. So it's still an option. And as I said, I said to Tom when we walk into town today, what happens when he gets to 60% or 70% hypothetical future? How are we gonna afford it without raising taxes to 60-70%? And then no one will live here. And then what happens then? We'll go to economic slum, an economic bust.
Well, it'll end your immigration crisis then.
No, businesses won't want to come here. I didn't say that immigration crisis. I said I want your immigration crisis. What the fuck are you on about? I said that we just need is common sense. We can't have open door immigration. That's just common sense.
We can.
Well, no, we can't. We haven't got enough houses.
Well,
evidently,
because of the immigration builds it.
You know how long it takes to build a house?
Well, it takes a while. Oh yeah, it takes a while.
So we can just build it.
We have the money. We have the money.
No, we don't.
The money brings in.
We still have a 45 billion debt.
Oh yeah,
we don't have the money. We don't have the money.
Well, we don't have money to join Syria then, do we?
Well, that's a completely different issue altogether. What else is the defence budget for?
You don't have to spend every single bit of the defence budget though.
Well, then you don't have to spend every single bit of the welfare budget, do you?
No, you don't have
any
to.
Budget.
We're cutting it for fuck's sake.
You've just destroyed your argument though.
No, I haven't.
You have.
I'm sorry, I'm going to angrily push my hair then.
You have though, because you said you don't have to spend it. Then I said you went to welfare. You changed it.
No. You don't have to spend every single bit of welfare, do you?
No, but surely
have to.
That's what the defence budget is there for. Same as that's what the welfare budget is for.
Well, the difference.
Same as that's what the healthcare budget is for.
The difference is the defence one is going on killing people. The welfare one is going on keeping people out of poverty.
Not necessarily.
Out of extreme poverty,
right? All the time. And what about things? Okay, what about things such as public subsidies?
Public subsidies, like what?
To science projects or to businesses.
Okay, To businesses, I'm guessing talking about small businesses.
Business in general. Suppose to any business.
You know how I feel about big business.
But it's the same argument. You can say, it's going to killing people. But then other vanity projects are just HS2. That's getting public money.
Well, no.
Or,
I'm against that getting public money.
No, but it's still a point.
No, I'm against it, so I'm not being hypocritical.
No, I'm saying it in general.
In general, no. You don't have to spend every single bit of your budget. You don't have to.
They're not spending all their budget, though, are they?
No. But I'm still saying there's no point in bombing Syria.
Well, that's it. Well, that's an entire... We've already done a video on Syria.
Oh, yeah, sure. If we're 50 minutes on, we should wrap this one up.
Yeah, we should. Basically, Tom's wrong.
Basically, Tom's wrong.
As usual. Yeah, we know you are.
As usual.
We're going to do a video next about the climate change agreement in Paris.
Well, there's no point in saying that because we're going to do it now.
Yeah, no, but I've been announced like the next episode. The next episode.
You're uploading days apart.
Yeah.
We're so organised.
In the next episode, we were talking about
stuff and things.
We will be covering between 2 and 3 news stories. It'll be climate change.
I think it's fab.
The climate change summit they reached agreement today, which is Saturday the 12th. Basically saying that they get cut. We'll go into it in general. And then we're going to do another one on Tony Blair's. There was on a parliamentary hearing the other day about Libya and killing Gaddafi, and then we might do another one about.
Yeah, I agree with Blair on.
Yeah, well, we can cover that.
It's
and then we'll do another one. We might do another one on Jeremy Corbyn warning Labour members over abuse. So
goodbye, and my hair looks amazing.
Same shit, and thank you, and goodbye.
Stop the video.